Hey guys, and we are here for a little bit of happy hour bingo. We got a super exciting games in store for you guys. $42,974 available in this very first game, as we are going to be streaming all these games to you guys live on the Pilot TV Player Connect app, pilotgames.com/Pilot TV, YouTube Live, as well as the Twitch app. Our channel name is MegaSota on both YouTube Live and Twitch.
Absolutely. And if you find yourself at a location like Sasquatch Saloon, Stockman's Tavern, Tri Lakes Roadhouse, or even Forever Burma's, those are the latest locations that have gotten Pilot TVs unwrapped and installed. So if you're at those locations, send us in a player picture or just a shout out, and we'll shoot you right back out a little bit of extra luck.
Yeah, we love seeing those TVs go out there. But we are in this very first game of Lucky 4 Bingo. We'll see if we can give out a great prize, as that mega prize is sitting at a whopping $42,000. We'll see if people are still in line, but they'll have to be perfect from here on out. And it looks like nobody was able to get to that 2-ball away mark, so we'll be clicking over to a major prize, as people don't even have a shot at the major prize, 3 balls away. And we'll have an opportunity at this mini, but we'll see how this goes. Love Day, definitely in line to do it. Has to get it right here. No, and we're moving on to a $7 must-go prize. That I think mini jackpot or major jackpot, I'm not sure. Major ended up going out yesterday, which was super cool stuff.
Yeah, they were able to give it out yesterday during that happy hour. We'll be able to talk about them in just a second, but we'll have to see if Love Day is going to be able to take away the $7 must-go. Honestly, it'll probably take a couple seconds so we can talk about those jackpots.
Yeah, well, we've given out a bunch of jackpots over the last 7 days, 23 to be exact, and 396 jackpots during this season, 12, and 2 of those jackpots were yesterday, one of them being that great major jackpot that hit someone's pocket. But we do have Love Day 7 over at Frank's Bar in St. Paul Park, taking home that $7 must-go. 5, 11, 74, and 63 are those lucky 4 numbers. Good job to Love Day. The closest player to that winning one of those jackpots ended up taking home a nice must-go.
Absolutely, nicely done. Now we're getting enrolled in another round of that game day bingo that you guys are playing from 1 to 4, and it looks like that minor prize is clicked up, closing in on $150 at 56 balls or less. We have a major at $1,351 at 49 balls or less.
I can't even take that one home.
And we also have that mega prize sitting at $52,916, where if you take it home in that 49 balls or less, that is the prize that's going in your pocket.
Yeah, so it's really, really great stuff. Hopefully we can give out this mega prize at 50 balls or less. Some of the best ball counts we've had. If it doesn't go out today, it feels like it should be a pretty high likelihood of going out tomorrow, as Friday has just been the hot day for these jackpots going out. I think both mega prizes have went out during a Friday happy hour, and both of them, though, were at lower ball counts than what this is at currently now.
Yes, this is the highest that mega has grown to since we started playing game day bingo. So that is something super exciting. We've given it out twice so far, and the highest that ball count has got to was what, 49?
47.
47. Wow, that is some great stuff. So we're looking to give it out really soon. If it doesn't happen in the next 2 hours here, you guys will have about 6 hours of it tomorrow to play through. So you guys will have some great opportunities then as well.
Oh, for sure. But we got to talk about the player who had a great opportunity and was able to grab hold of it while they took home a great prize during Lucky 4 Bingo last night. And that player, was it Day's Dream?
Yes.
Over at Monty's Sports Bar, who took home $3,148.
Nicely done. And next up, we gave one other jackpot out just yesterday, and it went out to ND Bob. They play over at American Legion St. Michael, and they got to take home $2,267.
Well, good job to both those players, getting some really, really great wins. But we did have a brand new eTab game just hit your guys' iPads today. It is called
Van Gogh Dough.
Van Gogh Dough. It's super fun. There's like an art gallery bonus round where if you pick out the right art, you'll be taking home some really great prizes. It's a super, super fun game. Definitely check it out, as it's all Van Gogh.
Absolutely. We were discussing it when we were having our little debrief about how this was going to be the latest one that was going to be coming out to you guys. They were like, do you guys have any interesting facts about Van Gogh or anything cool? And Van Gogh has led one of the most interesting lives ever.
Yeah. You want to look up some
Absolutely,
about
yeah,
it?
might as
Okay.
well. I mean, we can start off with the fact that he was not the original first named Van Gogh. He originally had a brother that was named Vincent Van Gogh, and he ended up passing away still in infancy. And so when they had their next son, they just reused the name.
That is so interesting. He painted almost 900 paintings in 10 years.
That's crazy.
Hmm
Up until he was 27. Um,
Van Gogh staples were coffee, cigarettes, and bread.
right on.
That seems, I guess that's how a
The
painter
diet
will
of
do
an
it.
epater.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was nicknamed the Red-Headed Madman.
Ah, that's funny.
Yes.
The truth behind Van Gogh's ear is still unknown. Most people have heard the story about Van Gogh cutting off his ear, and while his ear was indeed cut, the detail around have been never been confirmed. The popular version of the story is often told this way: Van Gogh and his very close friend were having a quarrel, and the argument got more and more heated until Van Gogh threatened his friend with a razor. But instead of accidentally harming his friend, Van Gogh sliced off part of his own ear, wrapping it in a cloth, and later giving it to a woman of the night.
He was actually in a mental health care facility when Starry Night was created.
Really? That is so interesting.
Yeah.
Van Gogh was a pioneer of the post-impressionistic selfie.
Yes, not many artists at that time were known for self-portraits.
Yeah, that's so interesting, and he did a very interesting take of it.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And the suspicions around his passing, there's a bunch of different conspiracy theories of how he actually came to his demise, which are really interesting.
Really? That is very interesting. We do have 42 balls dropped in this first game of Game Day Bingo. We're trying to give out that minor prize in 56 balls or less, or maybe 50 balls or less for the Megas. People are still in line to be able to do that right here. But we'll see if Tanya, maybe Radar, Wildman, any of them can end up getting a win on this one. But some more fun facts about Van Gogh. Despite Van Gogh's fame today, he never achieved professional success during his lifetime. He sold only one painting while alive 7 months prior to his death for a mere 400 francs.
Interesting. Yeah, he was born in 1853 in the Netherlands to Theodorus van Gogh, a country minister, and Anna Cornelia Carbonita, who was an artist.
We do have Wildman over at Shijang Boom Lounge, taking home that $47.90 must-go prize. Good job to all of our the one winner, Wildman, getting the win on that one. Now we are about to get enrolled into a game number 2 of Game Day Bingo, with these prizes only growing into this next game, and that minor prize, the ball count, will be clicking up as well from 56 to 58 balls or less. It should be super exciting stuff in just 2 minutes and 19 seconds to get your hand in it. But let's see.
Yeah, the next one, it was actually Vincent van Gogh was actually his grandfather's name before it was used for his brother, who then passed, and then him.
Wow, that is crazy. He was the eldest of 6 children. His younger brother Theo would go on to become an art dealer and would end up being the primary and often sole supporter of his elder brother and his art.
Interesting.
That is so cool. So his brother really helped him be able to be the artist that he was.
And profit off his work after his passing.
Mm-hmm.
Arguably Van Gogh's most famous work, Starry Night, was completed while he was residing in the mental facility of Saint Remy de Provence, where he was recuperating after he had faced a breakdown.
Wow, that's crazy stuff. Although his name was most commonly pronounced Van Gogh, it's actually pronounced Van Gogh.
Interesting.
Ah, I didn't realize that.
No. Let's see. He did not begin painting until his late 20s. Prior to this, he worked first for his uncle art dealing company, The Hague, and later for the Grupal Gallery in London.
Wow, so he was always had his hand in art.
Yeah, but he never started painting until his last 10 years.
Yeah, that is so interesting. Let's see. Van Gogh was largely self-taught and only
Mm-hmm.
received formal artistic training for about 4 months, just a few years before his death.
That's crazy.
Wow,
And
crazy,
yet his
crazy.
art has left such an impact.
Yeah, just 30 seconds, though, to get enrolled into this game. Such an impact that we even made an E-Tab
Yes.
game about him, Van Gogh Doe. Definitely check out that new E-Tab game. Just hit your guys' iPads today. And those E-Tab games, whenever they're the new ones, they're always the most fun to play. So definitely check them out and see if you can take home a huge prize.
Absolutely. And if you want to check out a promo for this awesome eTab game, head on over to our Facebook page and give us a like and follow. Once you search the Pilot Games, you'll be able to see all of our weekly bingo schedules, event details, all of those awesome promos that are released for new eTabs, and even utilize that link tree. If you click that website link, you'll be able to see direct links to all of our streaming platforms, all of our social medias, as well as all the links to PGL.world, as well as all the links to all the locations around Minnesota where you guys can play Pilot Games.
Yeah, it's super fun stuff, and Amelia does a great job of keeping that
Oh,
thing up
yes.
to date, as well as seeing those brand new E-Tab games is always super fun. But we do have balls dropping in this game number 2 of Game Day Bingo. We got a $246 minor prize that you can take home in 58 balls or less. That major prize at 49 balls or less can't take it home, but it is growing at $1,430. But the prize you can take home, if you take it home in 50 balls or less, you'll be taking home that mega prize of $52,988. Really, really great stuff. And if we miss out on all those jackpots in this game, we'll be giving out a $51 must-go prize to one of you lucky players. But we have great jackpots rolling throughout all of today. And we had a great jackpot available in Vikings Bingo that did not go out.
Nope, and it is over $20,000 now.
That is crazy stuff. So make sure you guys are coming out for tomorrow's Vikings bingo from 12 all the way till 1 to try your shot at $20,000. Only 25 cents a card. Definitely worth it.
Absolutely. And then right after that Vikings bingo tomorrow at 1 p.m., that's when you guys will jump right back into the games you're playing right now. That's right, our game day bingo. It's going to be a lot of fun, and it runs all the way from 1 to 4 before our happy hour stream where Will and John are going to be taking on over for the next 2 hours from 4 to 6, where you guys are going to be doing exactly what you're doing right here now. At 4 p.m., there's that round of Lucky 4 bingo, and at 6 p.m., we are going to have another round of Lucky 4 bingo for you guys, so stick around. It's going to be a great one. And then from 6 to 10, we'll have uninterrupted Skull Bingo.
Yeah, we'll have a skull bingo. It's awesome stuff. Coverall is sitting at $4,283. You can take home in 50 balls or less. We got a large frame of $3,136. You can take home in 43 balls or less, and a line prize of $517. You can take home at 10 balls or less. Should be some really, really fun stuff tonight right after this happy hour. But we do have a winner on this one, as we got Phil over at Fort Steak House taking home $51 in that must-go. Good job to Phil in this game number 2 of Game Day Bingo. We're now getting enrolled into game number 3 with that minor prize clicking up from 58 to 60 balls or less, meaning it is even more doable. Over $200 available in it. Now over $300 available on that minor jackpot. Should be some really, really fun stuff. 2 minutes and 15 seconds to get enrolled.
Absolutely. So make sure you guys are getting enrolled. And if you guys didn't know, a couple nights a week we interrupt that Skull Bingo with some specialty nights. The next time you can check that out is our MegaSota game night. It happens each and every Tuesday at 6:40, and it's your only opportunity at seeing Tony and Nikki take on over. They give out those jackpots along with PGL points throughout their night, and stick around that Tuesday night because they're going to be finishing off with a grand finale game of Jackpot Jungle. It's got over $47,867 on the line. You guys can take that home in 54 balls or less.
Yeah, really, really fun stuff. So hopefully you guys are checking out that MegaSota game night, as well as the game night that we just had last night, which was a Wild Wednesday.
That's right.
That runs from 7 to 9 every single Wednesday, and we give out a bunch of PGL points, as well as a Wipeout Blackout grand finale, which is super fun. But we do have one other specialty night happening this week, and that is our Vikings game day. It happens this Sunday at noon. Should be some really, really fun stuff, as our Vikings are going to be taking on those Washington Commanders. Should be a really fun game.
Absolutely. So make sure you guys are coming out for all of those specialty nights. And if you want to earn the PGL points that happen on those days, you need to sign up at pgl.world. But you guys have just about a minute to get enrolled in game number 4 of this game day bingo. And we have some national days to talk about with you guys.
First one up is One Health Day. On November 3rd, One Health Day promotes efforts worldwide to bring together health disciplines that affect humans, animals, and the environment. The day also recognizes how closely our shared environment impacts human health.
Absolutely. This is definitely an important one. There's so many different factors that go into this, and there's so many different things that you can implement into your daily life just to improve basic quality of your health.
Yeah, it's definitely a huge one. There's very simple steps to be able to help that, and affects a lot of different things in your day-to-day life.
Yeah, whether it be recycling or just increasing the intake of water you have every single day. There's just simple steps that you can help the environment as well as yourself and just daily health in general.
What's a way that you can help yourself be a little bit better about your health or the world's health?
Drinking more water.
Drinking more water. Drink less pop. Drink less
Yes.
coffee.
As I
Drink
sit here with
more
my soda.
water.
Yes, drink more water. That's a great thing I can do for myself. And unfortunately, we live in an apartment complex where people are not so kind to the environment. And so I feel like every day, if I just went out there and picked up what was out there, I could be doing my part.
You just picked up a little bit. Yeah. It's always so bad out there.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Yeah, it's upsetting.
Yeah, no, it's definitely one of those things that you can always. There's lots of ways to be able to help out, and there's lots of things you can sign up for to do little cleanup events and stuff like that.
What would you do?
I would, One Health, probably sign up to, help clean up a road or something like that. If
Those
I was
highway
just
pickups.
trying to help myself as well as the environment, I'd probably, start drinking water out of a big jug. Make sure I use a consistent
I need to
water
start
bottle
carrying mine
all the
around.
time. Like that's something that can help me out as well as the environment. You can also, I think just not eating out as much. It helps you. You don't create as much waste through trash and everything like that. Use things that are reusable plates, Tupperware, and stuff like that. And you can help the environment as well as help your own
Absolutely.
health. As
In
long as
many
you're cooking
ways.
healthy.
Yes.
Yeah, but I mean, as long as you're, cooking somewhat healthy, it's got to be better than the McDonald's that would be getting thrown away.
100%. You can make anything and it'd be better for you than McDonald's.
Yeah, it's not that hard.
The bar is low.
Yeah, definitely. We do have 52 balls dropped in this game, means we only have now 6 balls to go before we have to give out this minor prize or click past it to a must-go prize of $85.60. Not a bad must-go, though, but people are still in line to be able to take home this prize. Players 4 balls away, looking like we have clicked past it. Last opportunity. And we were able to give it out. $353 is going to For Daddy-O over at Route 65 Pub and Grub. A great jackpot going out to you, For Daddy-O. And we are now going to get enrolled into a game number 4 of Game Day Bingo. Now, that must-go is going to be looking really nice heading into this game because whoever gets enrolled is going to be just building on top of that $85.60. And so should be an over $100 must-go prize in this game.
Absolutely, and you guys have just under 2.5 minutes to get enrolled, so guys, absolutely get those iPads and get started. We're looking to give out that awesome must-go, if not one of these awesome jackpots too. But we have our next national day to get into with you guys, and this one is World Jellyfish Day.
Ooh.
On November 3rd, World Jellyfish Day celebrates this invertebrate that has been on the earth for millions of years. This day also encourages us to learn more about these unique aquatic animals.
Ooh,
They are strange. We were looking up some interesting facts.
I think it's so funny that I have literally lived on the coastline, like been weekly, like lived a life of weekly going to the beach year round kind of thing. And I don't know a single person in not a single one of my direct family members, my brother, my sister, the other brother, my dad, my
Your
mom,
immediate family.
any of them while we've been to the beach together has ever been stung by a jellyfish. And you have told me that every single one of your family members have been stung by a jellyfish.
Your family is the abnormal, I'm telling you.
I don't feel like it is. I feel like it's
Talked to Will about it today.
He's been stung by a jellyfish.
Yes. Yes, he has. And even Ben today, he was like, "Yeah, I was stung, but I didn't realize when it happened." And I was like, "Really? Like, okay." And so
Oh,
then we
okay.
kept talking and stuff. And then, like, 20 minutes later, after we had gone through all of the facts of jellyfish, he goes, "I have to confess, I lied. I just thought it'd be easier for you guys to accept that I just had forgotten I was stung." And I was like, "You've never been stung. You just wanted to feel included." And he was
Yeah.
like, "Yeah." I
Yeah,
was like,
that's hilarious. Of course he made it up because we know for some reason it never happened. I also
"Yeah,
think that where you stay at in Virginia has more jellyfish than where I was at down in Georgia.
110%." And Will got stung in California.
And California's got more of them.
Way more aquatic life that's
Yeah.
closer to the shore.
No, it's really interesting going over to California compared to other beaches because you see just so much seaweed. It's like huge, long
There
things
was
of
only
seaweed.
like 1 or 2 years that it was really bad in the Chesapeake Bay,
Uh-huh.
but most of the time it's like a
Uh-huh.
trip, if that.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. I mean,
Yeah, no, I mean I've been stung quite a few times. I explained to Will that my grandmother, I don't know if it was just like a Romanian thing that like old women think Windex fixes everything, but she would make us put Windex on our jellyfish stings.
that's 100% a little,
Like old Ukrainian yeah type stuff.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
total Greek. That's Greek tradition right there.
Really?
Yeah, you see it super heavily in
Oh, in my big fat
Greek
wedding.
wedding. They put Windex on everything.
My grandmother.
Was just like that. That is hilarious.
She made us put it on our jellyfish stings.
That's so funny. Well, hopefully it actually worked.
And I mean, I don't know if it was a placebo thing, but I was just like, oh my goodness, yeah, my God, like my grandmother helped me out,
Yeah.
or what it was, but yeah, it definitely made me feel better. I don't know if it was actually the Windex helping me or what it was, but
Yeah.
definitely felt better after I used it. But there are some really interesting facts about jellyfish. And actually, some of them might be immortal. I'll leave you on that one. And some of them can weigh up to 450 pounds.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, jellyfish could be older than dinosaurs.
Yes.
They have no bones, so fossils are hard to come by. Nevertheless, scientists have evidence these creatures have been bobbling along in the world's ocean for at least 500 million years. In fact, it's likely that jellyfish lineage goes back even further, possibly 700 million years. That's roughly 3 times the age of the first dinosaurs.
Yeah, they haven't been able to tell because of specific jellyfish things left behind in fossils. They've been able to see it because of the imprint in soft sedimentary like sand and rock that's been
Yes.
preserved, and because of the date of the rock, and they can tell the age of it, they could tell how far back
That's
they
interesting. That's
and
super cool.
next up, they're actually adapting really well to climate change. Unlike most marine life creatures, jellyfish are thriving in our oceans despite marine heat waves, ocean acidification, overfishing, and various other human influences. Before we go any further, we do have a winner.
Yeah, $133 is being split up on this one. Lucy Liu over at Sunset Lanes and Kevin D. Mark over at American Legion Deer River. They're splitting up that great prize. I mean, both of them getting nice amount, over $60 out to both you guys. $133. Now we are going to be getting enrolled into this next one, as that minor prize will be clicking up from 52 to 54 balls or less. And I mean, not to mention that $50 or less mega prize that I think everyone is gunning for.
Absolutely, but I think it was Kev and Mike or what? Mark.
Oh, it'd be Kev and not Kevin D.
Yeah.
That would make a lot more sense. Kevin Mark.
Yeah.
Well, good job to both of our winners in that game, as that minor prize is now over $100. But you were talking about how they adapt to jellyfish adapt well to climate change.
Yeah, while corals, oysters, and any marine organisms that build shells are considered the biggest losers of this increasingly acidic ocean, jellyfish don't seem to be that susceptible to it. But as the climate change worsens, experts expect to see jellyfish populations actually increase in some areas while decreasing in others.
Interesting. They aren't really fish. A one look at a jellyfish and you might seem rather obvious, but they aren't actually fish. They are invertebrates from the I don't know how to
I just skip it.
Philium I want to say it. Cnidaria, and are a variety of taxonomic group that many scientists have taken to simply referring to them as gelatinous zooplankton.
Yeah, so that's what they're both referred to, at least from what I've seen, is the gelatinous plankton.
They're 98% water.
Yes, they have no brain, no lungs, no organs, but they have a nervous system that goes throughout them, and they don't have a heart, and their gelatinous bodies are actually so thin that they can actually they can keep it oxygenated solely because of diffusion.
That's interesting. They can have eyes.
Some have eyes and some even have teeth, apparently.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Jellyfish with teeth?
Yeah.
That's an interesting. That's
they
a new one for me.
use their things to pull it in. They're like predators. Like they eat like small sharks. They eat like actual things sometimes. The bigger they are, the ones that are like 450 pounds that live in Japan and in the Mediterranean Ocean, they're like actual predators.
Really?
They're like known to like even they've sucked people in.
That's scary.
Yeah.
That's a scary one right there.
There's like a picture I'll show you in a bit of a scuba diver next to one of these jellyfish, and it is like
way larger than him.
Way larger than the human.
That is crazy. Some jellyfish might be immortal. We talked about that one a little bit.
I alluded to it.
Yeah, that's really cool. At least one species of jellyfish.
Curtis checked in and said that's nightmare fuel right there. Literally.
I agree. That is total nightmare fuel. They shock you as they bring you in paralyzed into the depths of their stomach.
Yes.
That is terrifying. That is terrifying.
Yeah, look
right
up
there.
the largest jellyfish.
I don't want to. That's just adding more to my scaredness. They eat where they poop. That's another fun fact. They rarely travel in groups. That I hate that because I always thought from Finding Nemo that they always traveled in groups.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, you can go jump around on the jellyfish heads. I always wanted to. I was like, that was me. I was like, if I was a fish, I could survive that. I was like, yeah, that would be easy. Dodging those jellyfish strings, I could just jump on the heads.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then as I got older, I kind of went into a different phase of it where I was like, those fish are idiots. Like, why are they doing that?
Yeah. The largest jellyfish is called the Nomara.
Wow, that's really interesting.
Yeah, these tentacles look scary.
Really, they look like angel hair noodles. I don't think they look that scary. Outside the fact that they're living.
They electrocute you, essentially.
Yeah, that they're a bunch of little...
They're like wafer thin. It's like getting hair wrapped around you wet and stinging you and trying to pull it off of you.
That's genius for them taking out predators. We do have Tanya and Kev and Mark splitting up that must-go prize. Good job, Tanya, over at Plum's Neighborhood Bar and Eatery, and Kev and Mark over at American Legion Deer River, splitting up $38.80 on that must-go prize. We're now going to be getting enrolled into a game number 6 of Game Day Bingo, as that minor prize will be clicking up from 54 to 56 balls or less. But they're among the Earth's deadliest creatures. Jellyfish can be tiny or enormous, and some are edible.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think I'd ever want to eat a jellyfish.
I'd try it. I'd give it a shot. I mean, like, why not?
Interesting.
I've tried squid, so I feel like
I've tried squid. I love squid.
Yeah, I feel like that's a tasty one. So why wouldn't I go for a little bit of jellyfish?
Jellyfish. I guess I would try it.
I kind of lump them into a similar group, anyways. So I don't really care. I'm like, see, it's slimy seafood. Like,
yeah, but squid has like meat to it, and jellyfish is a gelatinous. I don't even know what to call it.
If anything, they look more appetizing in the water.
Yeah, they're definitely prettier.
Yeah, I could, if someone was like, jellyfish on a stick, and I didn't know, I'd be like, yeah, I'd take a bite of that.
Yeah, I would have to see. Did you guys know that jellyfish have actually been to space?
Wow.
Oh, actually, there's another tie to this as well. That there are over 300,000 different species of jellyfish,
Uh-huh.
and they use the technique the formulas that NASA used to figure out how many extraterrestrial like living organisms can be found in the like Milky Way galaxy.
Uh-huh.
And they used that formula to find out how many jellyfish could be here on Earth with us.
Oh, so they don't really know.
It could be more, yeah.
It could be more. It could
As
be
of right now,
less.
it's been tracked to around like over 300,000 different species. But they're still discovering more because they still don't even know like the origin of the jellyfish.
Yeah, because
So
they're
jellyfish
so
could be like
old.
aliens.
They could be old aliens.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
We do have 28 seconds to get enrolled in this next game. 56 balls or less for that minor prize. 49 balls or less for that major. And that mega at 50 balls or less. $53,200. Should be some really, really fun stuff in this game. And let's see, that looks like that is all for our jellyfish fun facts on this World Jellyfish Day. If you're a jellyfish fan, happy Jellyfish Day on today. And maybe
I think they're really cool.
maybe eat some jellyfish on today, I guess. Next up is a little National Housewives Day. National Housewives Day sets aside November 3rd to recognize the millions of hardworking housewives. The day honors the stay-at-home moms who take care of the child and the home. It's a 24/7 job that sometimes does not get the thank you that it is much deserved.
It is a full-time job.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I give stay-at-home and housewives and house husbands as well all props. It
Oh
is.
yeah, no, it's definitely a big one. Whether whoever's staying at home, whether it's the
I
wife
know
or
it was
husband.
really funny because earlier today Will was like, "So would you be a housewife if you could?" And I was like, "Yes." Like obviously, who doesn't want to have to like actually go to a job and just hang out with your kids and cook and clean all day? Like, sign me up. But I was like, but the issue is Ian wants to be one too.
We both would love to be one, so it doesn't really matter. I probably, you probably get it,
I don't think so.
If financially,
We'll probably
it
take
was,
turns.
If it was financially able for either of us, it probably would end up being
Yeah,
staying at home.
probably.
Yeah. But we do have 43 balls dropped on this one. And being a housewife is a huge one. My mom did it for a long time, and it was a huge part of our raising.
Yeah, I definitely want to be at least for the first couple years of my children's.
Yeah, she was very hands-on. She was always involved in our lives. It kept it, a very close relationship with us and our parents. My dad was still awesome, and he was still very, very involved. But, my mom, during the summertime when we didn't have school, she was hanging out with us all day, every single day.
Yeah.
And so it was, waiting for dad at the door at like 5 o'clock to come home. But it was always a lot of fun just, having my mom always around there.
Absolutely. I think that's really, really an important part of having like those first pivotal years, having that parental figure like around most of the time to help guide you.
I had my mom in the house with us till, there was 4 of us, so it was a lot to take care of.
Yeah.
So it was till probably we were around 12.
Yeah.
Before I was 12, the oldest of the kids.
I was
were
probably
12.
around 11 when my mom went back to work. We got Miss Hugga over at Concordia Lanes taking home that must-go prize of $39. That was game number 6. We're about to get enrolled in a game number 7 now, with that minor prize clicking up from 56 to 58 balls or less.
Yeah, should be some awesome stuff. Hopefully we can give out in 58 balls or less and make it 2 of those minor jackpots we've given out this game. I really want to give out that mega prize, though. 50 balls or less.
Let's make
huge,
that happen.
$53,000. John and Will have been able to give it out the last 2 times.
Yeah, come on.
And I really feel like me and Jordy are owed to give out this one this time.
I completely agree.
We got 2 minutes for you guys to get enrolled into this one. But happy National Housewives Day. Huge day on this one. And we got another really great national day.
Oh, absolutely. One we tried to celebrate earlier. It is National Sandwich Day. Whether you're stacking high or thin, National Sandwich Day on November 3rd recognizes one of America's favorite lunch items.
Oh, yeah, it's an awesome one on today. We tried to get a little Jimmy John's today. Didn't work out. They said they delivered it, never delivered it to us.
Yeah.
And so then we ended up getting sandwiches from another place, and you ended up getting a burger, and I ended up getting a chicken sandwich.
Yes.
And so we kind of celebrated it
Yeah.
today. So we got our sandwiches, but just not the
not the way we wanted.
When you're talking about sandwiches, I don't think of like a burger as a sandwich. It's
No,
like
I don't either.
It's its own entity. It's a burger.
Yes, I completely.
It's kind of like
agree.
how a hot dog isn't a sandwich. It's a
the
it's
hot
a
dogs
taco.
are. Yeah. It's closer to a taco than a sandwich.
Yeah,
It's like a taco sandwich.
It matters on how you like to define it. If you like to say that it's the carbs that wrap, it's how the carbs wrap the item. That's what makes the definition of what it is. Or if it's the way that the carbs are actually on, like how it's actually made, like if it's flatbread or different
the type
things
of carb
like that.
wrapped around it.
Yeah, if
it's a bun.
Is it the type of carb or is it the way that the carb is wrapped around it?
Yeah, I don't know.
A question that will be asked for decades and decades, centuries.
Yes, I guess so.
A century-old question. We got 24 seconds to get enrolled in this next game. 58 balls or less to try at that $200 prize. $1,700 on that major prize. 49 balls or less, and the mega prize of $53,258 you can take home in 50 balls or less. But what is your favorite sandwich?
I think I'd probably have to say the classic Italian sub. I'm pretty partial. That's probably a delicious one. Right now, I'm really into like paninis, like grilled cheese or like a grilled like ham and cheese. I'm really into those right now with soup.
Okay, I'm going a number one pulled pork sandwich. Then you got brisket sandwich right underneath that. It's going with barbecue right away. You gotta get
the McRib.
No, the McRib isn't up there. But those two, they're definitely one and two. Nobody can really compete with those ones.
Pulled pork sandwiches are so good.
Then you got a good old chicken sandwich.
I was just about to say chicken sandwich is probably like number 3 for me.
Chicken sandwich, not a fried chicken sandwich, a just grilled chicken sandwich, like where it's still got all the juices and everything in it. Yeah, and you get it all right. That is a delicious sandwich right there. And then at my number 4 spot, because I only think I can pick up 4 on this list before I just start getting into just random sandwiches and middle ground players.
I have one that I'm expecting you to say, but if not, I'll let you know you missed one.
Oh, okay. And then my fourth one is going to land on a just classic grilled cheese.
Really? Meatball sub, dude.
Meatball sub doesn't make the list.
Really?
It's not a top tier one. It's good. It's a classic.
It'd be one of your favorites.
It's one of my like go-tos, but it's one that I can have more consistently than some of those other sandwiches. But it really, when I'm in the mood, those sandwiches just hit different right there. So like grilled cheese, pulled pork, brisket, and
a grilled chicken sandwich.
And a grilled chicken sandwich. Those are the 4 that when I'm in the mood for them, they can just send me into a different dimension. I'm just like, ooh, this is good.
We do have Franny over at the Foundry Pub taking home that minor prize, $230.03 going out to Franny. Nicely done in this round number 7. We're about to be enrolled in a game number 8 with that that Musco prize of $58 getting tacked onto the next Musco. So it's just going to continue to grow as you guys get enrolled in this next round.
Yeah, that was a good prize. Really early getting that one out at 56 balls or less. Good job, Franny. But, I mean, should be a nice must-go prize in this next game, as well as you guys will have opportunities at some great prizes here, especially the 50 ball or less. Talk about it every game. $53,289. 2 minutes and 25 seconds to get into this game. But what is some of your top sandwiches?
All right. Italian sub.
Okay.
Italian sub, grilled cheese. Next I'm gonna go pulled pork, like a pulled pork Sammy. Chicken Caesar wrap. Do those count as sandwiches?
I don't know. That's a wrap.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that counts then. I think that might just be my top 3 then.
Okay. Yeah. Those are the Mount Rushmore. Nothing else can really get on that Mount Rushmore for you.
Meatball subs are like bordering, but that's just like a dinner that I make. I don't ever like order a meatball sub from places. Yeah. It's usually just like when I make it homemade,
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I know that you're a huge fan of
Yeah.
sandwich-wise. But I feel
Probably
like
the grilled chicken sandwich. I'm
Yeah,
a big fan of with pickles and like
that's so good.
garlic aioli.
That's hard to go wrong with.
It's so good. That was what I used to get every single time because
Okay,
every
okay.
like 2 weeks we got lunch with my grandparents at a specific restaurant, and every 2 weeks I got that same grilled chicken sandwich there, and it was so good.
Now I know you ate this a lot at one point in your life that you had these more often. I know you don't have them very often now, but
My Boca Burgers.
no, good old
Oh.
Sloppy Joe. Like
Oh, no.
those don't get into the
I
list.
only crave Sloppy Joes like once every 2 years.
Yeah, okay. Okay. I
And
didn't know.
once every 2 years, I'll be like, "Hey, Joe, my dad," and be like, "Make Sloppy Joes," and then I'll get my fix with the Lay's chips. I'll get myself a soda.
Because he
I'll
makes a
have
good
my-
Sloppy Joe.
Oh, he's Joe. He is Sloppy Joe.
He loves sloppy food, and his name is Joe, and so he's got to make a good Sloppy Joe.
Yeah, it's him.
It's so tasty. So I'm surprised that doesn't make your list. It definitely is up there. What about, okay, now this
Hit me.
may not make it in your sandwich category,
Okay.
but it has it in the name, so I feel like it should be in it. An ice cream sandwich
No.
doesn't make Mount
Cookie.
Rushmore.
Cookie ice cream sandwich. Yes, those plain
Oh no, I'm not talking
chocolate-
about a basic ice cream like this.
Don't like those.
Yeah, like get it in the wrapper ice cream. I'm
Yeah,
talking about a
the one
true
with
ice
like the
cream
chocolate
sandwich.
that gets stuck to the roof of your mouth.
I'm talking about go to Cold Stone and get an ice cream sandwich.
I've
kinda
never
thing.
gotten an ice cream sandwich from Cold Stone.
Ice cream sandwich from anywhere from a restaurant that offers an ice cream sandwich. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, that's a good one.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
That makes it into Mount Rushmore, and it's considered a sandwich.
I guess so. It's in the name.
Yeah, it's in the name.
Yeah.
So I got to give it to the ice cream sandwich.
Yeah.
I think that makes
And
it
it gets a
into my-
burger. That makes my top 5.
Yeah, the ice cream sandwich rounds out my top 5. Burger doesn't quite make it for mine, but it lands
It
right
used
into
to.
that.
I had my big red meat burger phase like 2 years ago.
The burger
and
lands right where the meatball sub is for me. It's like
Yeah,
in that
I get
category where
that.
I can have it all the time. I love it, but it just didn't. It's just not good enough to make it to that Mount Rushmore of sandwiches for me.
I get it. I agree.
Well, happy National Sandwich Day. Hopefully you guys can eat a delicious sandwich at wherever you are at right now. But we are in this game right here where we got $108 on that must-go. I think that is the prize that we're looking out for, unless we're able to give this out in 50 balls or less, which people are in line to do so. So I wouldn't count them out too soon. We have I Lost out there. We got Dak, Forever.
Oh, yeah, a bunch of you guys out there. We got Tequila Sue. We got Pee Wee himself out there.
Oh. I love the name Tequila Sue. That's one of my favorite
Yeah.
names whenever I see him playing. We got Rock Jim out there, big time player right there. You never watched the show Lost, right? I tried to get you to watch it, and then we
No.
never ended up actually getting into it.
No, I've seen the first episode twice, but that's it.
Yeah, and then we never watched the second episode. Well, this is one of those shows that I feel like I should show you at some point.
I agree.
But what we fully decided on that I've decided for you that we are going to be watching Breaking Bad next.
Yes, we do have Rock's Gym, though, over at Adagio's, getting to take home that must-go prize, $108.30. Nicely done, Rock's Gym, taking home that prize in this game number 8. We're about to be enrolled in a game number 9 with that minor prize clicking up from 52 to 56 balls or less.
That should be some really, really great stuff as you guys are getting enrolled and these prizes are just growing. But what were we just talking about? I was talking about how I was gonna make you watch Breaking Bad.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
and I feel like I can make you watch one of my shows now since you made me watch The Winx Club.
It was not that bad, and I didn't make you watch anything. We
You-
just have one common area to hang out in.
and
And so you joined me.
So whoever decides to watch the TV decides what we're watching, and you decided that we were watching the Winx Club.
Yes, it was the first TV show in months I actually wanted to get through. And
Yeah.
so I was happy about it.
No, I don't think it was
was
bad.
good.
And I don't
It was
think
pretty
I don't
good.
think Breaking Bad's gonna be that bad.
No.
I was just saying that I feel like I can pick out the show now because you made me watch the Winx Club.
I just think it's funny that you're comparing an 8-season series to my 2-season,
I had to watch
6-episode
I had to
show.
watch a fairy live action show with you.
Yeah, it was.
Like I feel like that's pretty degrading for me to watch.
Not really. It was like pretty equivalent to like the Vampire Diaries.
And I've never watched the Vampire Diaries.
And that's fine, but I wouldn't say it's like a weird thing if someone like you were to watch it.
I think so. Like football obsessed me. Like I don't think that would. I think that's a weird one. I think that's one that's definitely a weird one for me to have watched.
Well, that's all right.
But
haven't
you
watched
know
it.
now I've watched a bunch of rom-coms that I would have never watched before. What was the last one that you made me watch? It was a Matthew McConaughey one. No, was it not?
I haven't watched a Matthew McConaughey movie in a while.
I think it was a Matthew
I
McConaughey.
severely doubt it.
Where it had J-Lo?
J-Lo and Matthew McConaughey. I haven't
And maybe
watched
it's Ryan
that.
Reynolds.
No.
J-Lo. I don't.
That's so bad.
I'm trying to figure it
Oh
out.
my gosh. What are you talking about?
I'm talking.
The Wedding Planner? That's with her and Matthew McConaughey, but I definitely haven't made you watch that recently.
I think it was that. I think you made me watch that.
When?
You just
At some point in
about
the
like
3 years?
no, in the past year, and like just about like the last like 4 months.
I don't think so.
Yeah, we did. You might have went on your phone and not paid attention while you made me watch it, but it was something that you definitely made me watch.
Yeah, I have no recollection of this.
I was about to. Well, there's no other reason I'd remember a Matthew McConaughey J-Lo rom-com.
Yeah, I don't know why you would.
So I'm 100% sure that I had to watch this one.
Sorry.
No, it's not a sorry thing. It's just I know what I'm talking about. We do have a little bit of Twins news to get into. They didn't finish the season great, 77-84. But we do have 3 reasons why Ryan Jeffers should be the Twins' primary catcher option in 2023. The first thing is the Twins have more pressing needs this offseason. I completely agree. I think Ryan Jeffers, he's a great catcher. He can do a lot of great things for us. And we got other places of need. Ryan Jeffers also has shown that he can be a primary catcher. Completely agree with that statement as well. Whenever we've seen him in, he's done decent, as well as we could ask for a mid-level starter. And last but not least, Jeffers' cost also allows the Twins to prioritize payroll elsewhere. And I think that's probably the biggest win about having him be our primary catcher, because we want to be able to fill some more positions and put the money in other places.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you have anything you want to say about Ryan Jeffers?
No, but I do have a little something to say about the Twins, and if you guys want to show your support for them, you can play the awesome E-Tab game Twins Win, and you can pick a lucky batter in the Home Run Derby bonus round and win some Grand Slam prizes if you check it out.
Oh, yeah, and we got a little bit of lunchtime bingo standings to get into, which we play a little bit of Twins bingo during that lunchtime. But right now we're playing a little bit of Vikings bingo during that lunchtime. It's always happening from 12 to 1, and the combination of those 2 games create our lunchtime bingo standings called the Twiking Zones. Those player standings have been all over the place, and before I get into it, we actually have a jackpot going out.
That's right, and it's going out to Tanya at Plum's Neighborhood Bar and Eatery. $111.47 going out to you nice and early. Nicely done. That Musco prize of $38.90 is getting added on to this next round for that double Musco prize to go out in game number 9. Game number 10, actually, that we're about to be getting enrolled in.
I can't believe it's already game number 10 that we're getting enrolled into, and we've given out 4 of these minor jackpots. So half the games we've been able to give out a minor jackpot. So make sure you guys are getting enrolled, because we've been on a hot streak right now. 2 minutes and 30 seconds to get enrolled into this game. That Musco prize should be really good heading into this one. But we do have that Twiking Zone player standings we need to get into. In 10th place, we got Red over at American Legion Fridley with 107,000 points. With 122,000 points, getting bumped back from 8th into 9th, we got Caribou over at Cooper's Restaurant. Eighth place, moving up from ninth, we got Kirby over to Dagios with 125,000 points. With 129,000 points, continues to earn points in seventh place, we got T-Bone over at Poppers. Sixth place is Tez at Poppers with 148,000 points. With 212,000 points in fifth place, we got Sinbop over at Corky's Bar South Haven. In fourth place, we got Loser Dave over at VFW Spring Lake Park with 219,000 points. With 236,000 points in third place, we got Nan at Corky's Bar South Haven. Second place is Scrub Eye at American Legion Fridley with 252,000 points. And with a crazy good total right now, has taken over that lead very well. It's Mikey Wins over at Stevos with 320,000 points.
Absolutely. And on the location side of things, in 10th place, we start off with Stevos and Crystal. They sit with 145,000 points. With 151,000 points in 9th place, we have Halfley's Bar in Richmond. 8th place, though, it's Lakefront Bar in La Center with 153,000. With 176,000 in 7th place, it's Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids. 6th place, though, it's VFW Blaine, who sits with 283,000 points. With 287,000 points in 5th place, it's Our Place on 3rd and Faribault. 4th place is Poppers in Virginia, who has 417,000. Then with 446,000 points in 3rd place, it's Corky's Bar of South Haven. 2nd place, it's American Legion Fridley, who has 523,000 points. And in 1st place, definitely leading the pack, it is VFW Spring Lake Park, who has 620,000 points so far.
Yeah, good job to all of those players and locations killing it so far in this season. And we'll see if they can continue to earn more points as those lunchtime bingos happen. Make sure you guys are coming out tomorrow's lunchtime. We have over $20,000 available on that jackpot from 12 to 1. But you guys can always take home some nice jackpots in our E-Tabs. We got a bunch of cool new E-Tab games. The newest that just got released before Van Godot is Bounty Hunter. It's a super fun E-Tab game that you guys can collect up lucky horseshoes, try the Bonanza bonus, or see if you can pick the lucky door in the Saloon door bonus round. All really, really great options. Or you can just check out the 70 different Charitable E-Tab games that we have.
Absolutely.
Yeah, play anytime and huge prizes up to $1,500. All games have small bets between 50 cents and $5 with awesome bonus and free play rounds in those games you won't want to miss out. Now, we are the question of the day with the E-Tab group. Which E-Tab group would you like to go on a sledding trip with?
Not Monster Moolah. I want Diesel Freaks.
You want Diesel Freaks? You think
I want to hang out with that crowd.
You think they'd be fun to go sledding with?
I think you could do anything with that crowd and it'd be a fun time.
It'd be a fun time. I mean, I'm going with the obvious answer. Easy choice. Penguin Palooza. Easy. I mean, how am I going to go against them? They're hilarious. They make super funny sounds. They bring beanies and hats and stuff. And they are professional sledders.
See, if I feel like Diesel Freaks would bring drinks.
Diesel Freaks would be, yeah, but they also could bring other paraphernalia.
They could also bring cool things like weird automobile configurations that they built to slide down the hill with.
That could also blow up.
They're fictional. It's fine.
Yeah, but you're not.
Well,
you don't get the fictional plot armor that these Diesel Freak characters get. You're just living your life.
Well, here for a good time, I guess.
Here for a good time. Okay, that's an awesome answer right there. That's fun stuff. We'd go sledding with very different groups. Penguin Palooza for me. She's going Diesel Freaks for the party. But we do have a little bit of music history to get into. Before we do so, we have a winner.
That's right. For Daddy-O over at Route 65 Pub and Grub is taking home that must-go prize. $86.60 going out to you. Nicely done. This was round number 10. We're about to be enrolled in a game number 11 now.
Okay, get enrolled. Press play. And first on today in 1990, Ice Ice Baby by Vanilla Ice hits number 1 in the U.S., marking the first time a rapper has topped the charts.
Yeah, and who was it that just immediately took over that first place spot once they got there?
I'm not sure who took over after Ice Ice Baby.
What year did this happen in?
1990.
Let's find out. Oh, Under Pressure by Queen and David Bowie. That's what it was.
Ah.
Replaced Ice Ice Baby.
That's funny. Well, that's definitely another good one. But I love Ice Ice Baby. That's one of my favorite.
It's iconic.
It's one of my favorite like road trip songs. You know, you sing it with the whole fam.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for my family, that was
I
actually.
was gonna say that never.
That was actually a thing. But I mean, I don't know if it actually happened with my family, but it was one I know for sure happened while we were driving to a football tournament while we lived in Arizona, and it was me, my family, and another family, and the other family. They all for sure knew every lyric to Ice Ice Baby. The Ruggles family did not, but we sang
Still
along.
had fun.
We had the passion that you know brought it all together.
Wow. Well-rounded.
But it was super fun stuff. I like the song. It's
yeah.
super entertaining and cool stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
He's got some good shows too. Vanilla Ice. What was it? Vanilla Ice Cribs or something like that. What was the shows that he had? He had a house show.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
Was it the Vanilla Ice Project?
I think it might have been.
I think it might have been the Vanilla Ice Project, which is at the very top of the list.
Yeah.
Which is from 2010 to 2019.
Looks like it.
Is that his housing series?
Yep. The DIY. Yeah.
Awesome.
All right. Well, listen to Ice Ice Baby today, but also on this day, but in 1998, Britney Spears, who was 16 at the time, released her first single, Baby One More Time. 3 months later, it went #1 in America. That was definitely an iconic time, as that was the start of her stardom.
Yeah, 16 years old. That is insane. I did not realize how quickly she got thrusted into stardom.
Yeah, she was young.
Yeah, Baby One More Time, huge hit. Still probably gets a bunch of plays to this day.
People still dress as her iconic Baby One More Time music video outfit for Halloween.
Really?
Yes.
It's
the pigtails with the sweater. I don't know if you've seen it.
No, I haven't. I have no idea what you're talking about. But, you know, I try to stay plugged into the internet sometimes. I feel like I miss so much stuff that's normally on the internet because I follow like only sports.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh.
This is everywhere.
Oh, I know this one. I haven't seen this like outfit since I was like 13, but yes,
there are still girls to
that
this
video.
day who wear this costume.
That's awesome. Well, I mean, hey, it's an entertaining costume, but I can't believe she was only 16 when that came out. That is crazy stuff. Well, definitely a cool day in music history as Ice Ice Baby hit #1 in 1990, and in 1998, Baby One More Time hit #1.
Came out.
Oh, came out. Really, really cool. So I didn't realize it took so much time before it got traction because it was 3 months later.
She was like unknown at this time.
Wow, that's really
Her
cool.
stardom didn't happen until like 2005.
Okay, so this was kind of the very, very first.
Yeah, she wasn't big until she pretty much hit like 21. And then it just like took over because that's when like the Paris Hilton wave hit and the Y2K and all of that came out, and Britney Spears was like iconic then, and she was dating Justin Timberlake.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm seeing it. It's a lot of 2000s. Oops, I Did It Again is 2000.
Yeah.
A lot of 2003. Cool stuff.
Yeah, we do have Les over at Last Chance Saloon Haska taking away that Musco prize, $48.10 going out to them in this game number 11. We're about to get enrolled in a game number 12 where that minor prize is clicking up from 54 to 56 balls or less.
Yeah, should be some real fun stuff, so make sure you guys are getting enrolled into this next game as we talk about some PGL stuff because you guys need to get signed up at pgl.world and become a member of our league. You guys then would earn points on the those PGL nights when you sign up at the Player Connect app. You can also earn those PGL points by filling out the e-tip boards, as well as getting access to insider information, including a monthly newsletter that has so much great information in it. We also like to highlight those new players that get signed up, and some of your guys' names are great, and we'll shoot a little bit of luck out to you guys right now.
Absolutely. We got Guy, Ren, Gorge, Kitty, Adjust 2005, Baby Girl, Leroy, Buck All Day, Saloon 69, Dean Man, Studio K, Mr. Holt, Fancy Pants, Ladybug, Disco Funk, Kelly, Crazy C, Mama P, and then Dean, Amy, all signing up. So welcome everybody to the Pilot Gambling League.
Yeah, awesome stuff. Good to see you guys signing up. Use that sign up to log into the Player Connect app so you can be watching these streams all the time, as well as, like I said, the e-tip board where you can earn those PGL points. But some players that have been earning PGL points all season long and have been doing it in a great fashion are in our player top 10s for this PGL season 12. And in 10th place, we got Big Dog over at Little Falls Bowling Center, taking home 36,640 points. A really, really great season so far for Big Dog. We'll see if he can get in there, get farther up in those standings. 9th place is Sarah Honey over at VFW Austin with 860,270 points. With 874,455 points. In 8th place, we got Nixon over at VFW Roseville. 7th place is Panda over at the Roadside with 905,590 points. Then we got that 6th place player. We've seen him rise up over the last few weeks, but then just got bumped back in that last PGL night. Now they're in 6th place. It's Brizo over at the Underground Bar and Grill with 480 points. With 987,565 points in 5th place, we got Sloppy over at Malone's Bar and Grill. Getting bumped back just this last Wednesday from 3rd into 4th, we got Bergar over at Southtown Lanes with 1,026,000 points. With 1,038,690 points, getting bumped back from 2nd into 3rd, we got Devoided over at the Roadside. 2nd place, moving all the way up from 4th. They just got bumped back from 2nd to 4th on Tuesday, then moved up from 4th into 2nd on Wednesday. It's Chapster over at Moe's with 1,065,865 points. And with 1,390,280 points really solidified in that 1st place spot, we got Forget You D over at VFW Austin having a really, really good season 12.
Absolutely. And on the location side of things, in 10th place, we got the Miltona Liquor Store. They sit with 2,484,945 points. Then in 9th place, we have VFW Austin. They sit with 2,559,925 points. 8th place, though, it's LG's in Miltona. They have 2,734,100 points. Then into 7th place, we got the Corner Bar and Grill Winstead. They sit with 2,780,010 points. 6th place, though, it's the Mabel Liquor Store. They sit with 2,797,274 points. Then with 2,959,260 points in 5th place, it's the Cabin Bar in Nicolette. Then in 4th place, it's VFW Northfield, who has 3,360,190 points. With 3,409,865 points in 3rd place, it's the Friendly Buffalo in Big Lake. 2nd place, it's Poppers in Virginia. They sit with 3,414,035 points, but leading the pack in a league of their own. They have over a 1,000,000 point difference from them in the 2nd place location. It is Howie Sports Bar and Grill in St. Cloud. They have a whopping 4,588,205 points so far.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still not counting Friendly Buffalo and Big Lake out, as they earn points like crazy. Like they've earned 1,000,000 points in, I feel like, a half a month, which is really impressive stuff. Well, we do have a great winner here. We got Bubba over at O'Brien's Pub in Rice, taking home that $51.30 must-go prize. Good job, Bubba, in this game number 12. We're now about to get enrolled into a game number 13, as that minor prize will be be clicking up from 56 to 58 balls or less and is already over $200 available on that minor jackpot.
Absolutely. Well, make sure you guys are coming out for all the special nights that we have to offer. Our MegaSota game night at 6:40 every Tuesday, our Wild Wednesday every Wednesday at 7 going till 9 p.m. And this Sunday when the Washington Commanders play our Vikings at noon, we're going to have some awesome game day specials running too.
Yeah, I mean there's no PGL like live games, but there is PGL e-tip boards.
Yes, there is.
So that's always a great way to earn those PGL points, and we always have fun while playing that lunch. We play lunchtime bingo with you guys during that game day, as well as play a little bit of game day bingo with you guys. It's a really, really fun time while we get to watch the Vikings play, as well as earn some great cash prizes. But speaking of teams playing, our Wild have a game happening tonight, and they are 5-4-1 this season. And the Wild have entered this contest in good form, as they have won 4 of their last 5 games. However, the Wild have taken advantage of a weak part of their schedule with a win over Chicago, a win over Owatonna, and 2 wins over Montreal. That definitely means that this is going to be a bit of a bigger test than you may be thinking in this game. We may be being like, oh, we're hot, we're having a really good season, we've turned it around from those first 3 games. This is going to be the first real test to be able to say, whether or not that we are going to be that elite team that we were expecting to be. And our defense has looked, significantly improved over these last 5 games. And I think that we can show that again tonight against those Kraken.
Absolutely. That game is happening at 6 p.m. in just about an hour for you guys. And if you guys want to show your support for our Wild before their game, check out that e-tip game, our awesome game, e-tab game that we offer, and it is called Let's Go Wild. You can check out that Slapshot bonus round to take home some huge prizes there as well.
Yeah, it looks like our Wild are a half-point favorite in this one, according to Vegas. So we're not very heavy favorites heading into this game. The over/under is sitting at 6.5 points, so they're expecting for it to be, a pretty average scoring game in that one. Do you have any kind of score predictions for us?
4-3.
4-3. So you're going over on the win. 7 points scored. We do win by only one, which is all we need to be able to win against Vegas, as they think it's a pretty even matchup between these two teams. I'm going to go.
Might even be overtime score.
Ooh, an overtime win. Okay, that'll be a fun one, as both these teams are very high powered. I'm going to go with an even higher scoring matchup. I think they lowballed that over under, and I think that's an easy over, as we are going to end up winning 7-5 tonight in that one. A very high scoring game. Over 10 points scored in that one. Yeah. It's going to look a little bit back to what our defense was looking like, but I think our offense has gotten to the point where we can keep up with them. And the Kraken let up a lot of points as well, so I think it could be a shootout that we get into tonight.
All right. Absolutely. We'll have to see what happens in just about an hour when they take the ice.
Yeah, and you guys can play that great e-tab game to support our Wild called Let's Go Wild. You can even check out that Slapshot bonus round so you can take home some great prizes. Whenever I think of that Slapshot bonus round, I always think about how I camped. I don't think I could make a slap shot.
Really? Yeah. I'm pretty sure I could.
You think you could make it? Like right now, one shot, make a slap shot. Yeah. You're making it?
Yeah.
How far out do you still feel comfortable?
Halfway to half court.
Halfway to, so quarter court?
Quarter court.
Okay.
I'd feel comfortable for sure.
You'd feel comfortable? Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah. I think I'd miss probably.
That's probably where I'd feel comfortable.
Because I feel like it's got the same accuracy kind of thing as like putt-putt, and I'm terrible at aiming my putt-putt. So
I feel like it's easier than putt-putt.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mess around with hockey at all.
See, I grew up with everyone having huge new development houses and all those cement basements where you could just like mess around with little hockey nets and play like basically just like foot roller hockey.
Yeah.
And so I just grew up playing that in a bunch of people's basements, and so I feel like I could be pretty confident.
I feel like you do it. We do have Kyle over at Linsmore Bar and Grill taking home that must-go prize of $60.90. Good job, Kyle. You just need to take that home again in that exact same ball count in this upcoming game, and you'll be able to take home that minor jackpot, as it will be clicking up from 58 to 60 balls or less, and should be creeping towards that $300 mark. Let's see, where is it at? Yeah, already over $300 available in that one. And so make sure you guys are getting enrolled, press and play. That major prize has already gotten over $2,000. So we'll be seeing that click up from 49 balls or less in the next game. And then the mega prize of $53,625. You can still take that one home in 50 balls or less.
Absolutely, but as you guys have just about 2 minutes to get enrolled in game number 14, we do have a fishing report done about Ortonville and the Big Stone Lake. This was updated by Explorer Minnesota on October 27th. And it looks like reports are indicating that perch continue to bite at high rate on the Big Stone Lake, while nice walleyes are also being taken.
Well, awesome stuff to hear. I mean, heading into that winter fishing season, not much to be said, but it sounds like some good fishing is still happening. And I'm excited to get those ice fishing reports coming pretty soon. Get those ice shanties out. Something that I have never done, but it seems very interesting to me and always catches my eye. We do just have 1 minute and 20 seconds to get enrolled in this next game. We already talked about it, but we should talk about it again. Over $300 available on that minor jackpot. You could take home in 60 balls or less. That major prize over $2,000. You take home in 49 balls or less. And that mega prize over $53,000. You can take home in 50 balls or less. And if you're able to take home any of these jackpots, we'd love to get a player picture of it. That big smiling face next to that jackpot message, or just you having a good time playing with maybe your favorite E-Tab game, your best friends, your bartender, just you having a good time playing Pilot games. We love seeing photos of it. You could share those photos by putting them onto any of your social media with the hashtag Pilot Games, by direct messaging us on Facebook with that photo, or by emailing us that photo at to jackpots@pilotgames.com.
Absolutely. We love highlighting all the awesome player pictures you guys send in. Here is a great one. There it is, $758 going out to those lovely ladies playing out with us. Nice.
Yeah, that was Vikes win, taking home that jackpot this weekend. Had a really, really fun time. Obviously, we're supporting the Vikings, wearing the Vikings jersey. We're playing a little bit of Vikings bingo while our Vikings were getting a win, which is all great stuff.
Oh, absolutely. That's exactly what we want to see. So make sure you guys take as many player pictures as you can and send them our way. We are just about to get enrolled, though, in this game number 14 with that minor prize at 60 balls or less, guys. Over $400 on the line. Let's try and get it out to one of you guys.
Yeah, that's an awesome must-go prize right there. I mean, with this many players enrolled, we may hit it at 50 balls or less and give out that mega prize. 21 balls away for some of these players. We'll see if it can work out. But we do have a little Vikings news after showing off Vikings win on that one. And a day after being named NFC Defensive Player of the Week, Viking edge rusher Zadarius Smith on Thursday was named NFC Defensive Player of the Month. Smith had 3 sacks in last Sunday's 34-26 win over the Arizona Cardinals at USA Bank Stadium, giving him a 6.5 for the month as the Vikings went 4-0 in October. He tied Max Crosby of the Las Vegas Raiders for a league-high 8 tackles for loss in October. With Smith at 8.5 sacks on the season, he is tied with New England linebacker Matt Judon for the lead in the NFL.
Absolutely. That's some awesome stuff to see. Congratulations out to Zadarius Smith. That's some awesome stuff to see.
Yeah, I mean, awesome. I mean, he's one of those guys that we expected him to have a big year. We were like, granted, no injuries happened. We think he can be really dynamic. But I don't even think any of us could have predicted that he was going to be this dynamic, especially coming off of an injury. We were like, oh, he's probably not going to be the same player he once was, but we're hoping that we can get, glimmers of what he once was.
Yeah.
But he's straight up what he once was. And is still causing lots of chaos in the backfield. And October was really his month, having a really nice time. I mean, you see 6.5 sacks during the last month while we went 4-0 in October. A big reason why that defense is succeeding as well as it is Zadarius Smith getting into the backfield.
Oh, absolutely, though. We got Crazy Joe at Eagles Brainerd taking home that minor prize, $402.37, going out to you in this game game number 14. We have that must-go prize of $114 getting tacked onto the next one in this upcoming round. So make sure you guys get enrolled in the next 2.5 minutes, and let's see how high we can get that must-go prize for one of you guys.
Yeah, should be some awesome stuff. Make sure you're getting enrolled, press and play. That must go going to be huge. 2 minutes and 30 seconds to get involved in this one. 50 balls or less for the major and mega prize in this game. So if you take it home in 50 balls or less, you'll take home $53,703, and we won't even have to deal with that major prize till the next game after that. We got a minor prize that's starting off at 52 balls or less, just going to be growing as you guys get enrolled, and a must-go prize of over $100 as we head into this game. But our Vikings news, really, really cool stuff. And you were not on air yesterday, were you? And so you didn't actually get to talk about how TJ Hawkinson is now a Minnesota Viking.
Yeah.
Really, really big time stuff. We had expected a lot from Irv Smith Jr. heading into the season. I know we had a few conversations on air about how we were like, Irv Smith Jr., this is going to be his big season, coming off of injury. Just never was quite. It felt like, I mean, those last few games, it kind of felt like he was starting to get back into his groove again, but then just got sidetracked again. I mean, got backtracked again with one of those injuries. Out to, I think, 8 to 10 weeks now with an ankle injury. So we needed a replacement at tight end. And not only did we pick up a replacement, but we picked up an improvement at the tight end spot with TJ Hawkinson. He can do a lot of different things. This is the perfect offense for him to get utilized. I mean, there's not many players that get fully utilized at the Lions with the Lions team. Only like Calvin Johnson and Barry Sanders has ever been fully utilized on that Lions team. And so seeing him move into an offense that we definitely will prioritize getting that tight end the ball, I think he's going to be really, really nice. And I think where you're going to see huge improvements is that third down conversion rate. You're going to see him be a great red zone threat. And it also is a huge help in the fact that if we have one of our wide receivers go down, we have another guy that can go out there and we can add to his targets, and he is still a very productive player. Like he can get 10 targets in a game, and he is just as good as getting another one of those guys out there, if not better at getting another one of those guys out there targets. I'm really happy about the pickup. I think he's one of those dual threat guys that you can build an offense around because he can block and he can receive, and I think it'll just be really awesome to see how good he can be in this Vikings offense compared to what he was in that Lions offense, where he was kind of a star player stuck with a kind of middle of the ground team.
Yeah. Speaking of making improvements, I think I made a comment to John earlier today about how I think I'm going to crush his girlfriend in fantasy football.
Yes.
And I think he's since made her make improvements.
Yes, he definitely was. I was 100% sure that was going to happen by you saying that. But you feel confident heading into this week.
I do. I still have the majority.
Yeah, you had a really great week last week playing some fantasy football. Crushed me in the process of doing so.
Yeah.
But, I gladly will let you trample on me on your road to success.
Thank you. I will never get that high of a scoring week again.
Yeah, and I had a good week. I wasn't taking it easy on you. I had 140 points, fantasy points. You just scored
160.
Yeah, 67. I think it was.
167.
I think it was absolutely ridiculous. Crushed me in this week. Highest point score I think of anyone that week.
Yeah.
So it was awesome to see you do really well, but it was awesome to see our Vikings do really well at that trade deadline, picking up TJ Hawkinson. I think that is a huge one and kind of just proves to us that they know what they're doing in the front office. I'm super happy with what I'm seeing out of the front office because this is what good teams do. They don't go, oh, we are a good team. We don't trade. We don't need to improve this team heading into the trade deadline. They go, oh, we need more weapons. We need to add more so that we can be that's what Super Bowl teams win.
Yeah.
Like when you don't add teams, you watch the Rams, they pick up people. You watch the Eagles, they picked up last year's one of last year's sack leaders. The Eagles picked them up as they're trying to win a Super Bowl. You see, I'm trying to think who else was able to. The Miami Dolphins, they picked up a pass rusher at the trade deadline to try and bolster their offense. The Rams last year, they picked up Broncos edge rusher Von Miller to get better at the trade deadline. There's all these teams that do this, and the winning teams, they pick up more talent at the trade deadline, and it's really great to see our Vikings do so.
We do have Cher at Old Piper and Blaine taking home that must-go prize, $184 going out to them. Nicely done in this game number 15. We're about to be enrolled in a game number 16 now.
Ooh, should be some really fun stuff. Hopefully you guys are getting enrolled and press and play to this game number 16. But if you guys want to support our Vikings, make sure you guys are coming out for the Vikings game day broadcast at 12 o'clock as we watch those Vikings take on the Commanders, as well as fill out the E-Tip boards, and also play the great E-Tab game, Vikings Victory. Pick out a letter in the skull bonus and see if you can win some big prizes.
Absolutely. You guys have just about 2 minutes to get enrolled in this next round. We're going to be taking a quick break for this game, but we'll be back with you guys
in White Park, Minnesota.
Saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous days! Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skull, 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 baby!
Really cool seeing John Kriesel. Really cool listening to him talking his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson. Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching.
Cocktails, t-shirts.
Drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience. Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
Come on, let's get stinking rich! Smell you later. Smells like money! Five free plays awarded! That smells wild! It doesn't get any better than that! Smells like a big one! Five times multiplier! It's raining cash! You gotta play to win!
Hey guys, and we are here for a little bit more game day bingo action. We just missed 2 games, but we are now getting into this next one as we have a minor prize of $236 that you can take home in 58 balls or less. And I did mess that one up. It's $296 available on that minor jackpot. Should be some fun stuff. 50 balls or less to take home that mega prize of $53,906. But as we are getting into this game number 18 of Game Day Bingo, we do have some celebrity birthdays to talk about.
That's right. And before we get into this list, we'll talk about the 2 winners that we missed out on while we were off air with you guys. And in round number 16, it looked like Dar, who was playing over at the Maple Tavern, ended up taking home $59.70. While in game number 17, we got Drumski over at the Underground Bar and Grill, and they took home $55.40.
Good job to both those players. Hopefully we can give out a jackpot in this game right here. But our first celebrity birthday, born in 1946 on today, we got Blanche Bingley Hilliard, and she was a English tennis player who won 6 singles Wimbledon championships and was runner-up 7 times, having also competed in the first ever Wimbledon championship for women in 1884.
Yeah, she's definitely a super impressive woman.
Yeah, one of the first dominant tennis players.
Yeah, next up in 1908, we got Bronco Nagurski. He is the Canadian-American College and Pro Football Hall of Fame fullback from the Chicago Bears.
Okay, he has to have a good nickname.
Bronco is his nickname. His full name is actually Bronislaw.
Oh, Bronislaw Nagurski. He Canadian-born professional football player in the National Football League, renowned for his strength and size.
Yeah.
He was also a successful professional wrestler, recognized as a multi-time world heavyweight champion.
Yeah, he was also SI's college all-star, I think. Was all-time college all-star, yeah.
That is really
award.
Sports Illustrated. That's really cool. Yeah, that's SI.
That makes more sense.
But that's really cool. Big time. One of the greatest of all time. Yeah, he played for the Chicago Bears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do have Tanya, though, over at Plum's Neighborhood Bar and Eatery, taking home that $51.70 must-go prize. We have that minor jackpot closing in on $300, and it's clicking up to 60 balls or less in this next round. So make sure you guys are getting enrolled in a game number 19.
Yeah, many people insisted that it was sheer brutal line mashing type play that he did, and no one came close to Nagurski. He was never fancy. He just ran straight ahead, over and through the opposition.
What size ring did he wear? Yeah, went right there. Wow. 19.5 ring size.
Yeah, it was a huge human being.
That's insane. I wear like a size 8 ring.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. He probably had sausage fingers. Just an absolute tank of a man.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Bronco. Next up, born in 1918, we got Bob Feller, an American Baseball Hall of Fame pitcher, was an 8-time MLB All-Star, was an AL Triple Crown in 1940, and had 3 no-hit games. That is incredible.
Yeah, now he has some cool nicknames.
Does he? I mean,
yes.
Had to have with having 3 no-hitters.
He is called the Heater from Van Meter. The Heater from Van Meter, Bullet Bob, or Rapid Robert.
That is some great nicknames right there.
Yeah, I like Heater from Van Meter.
Yeah, Fellner once mentioned that he was clocked at 104 miles per hour at Lincoln Park in Chicago. He also is credited to throwing the second fastest pitch ever officially recorded at 107.6 miles per hour in game in 1946 at Griffith Stadium.
That's incredible.
107 miles per hour at that time with the training, with the type of like form execution that they had back then, and like imagine what that kind of talent could do with perfect training and everything like that. That is incredible. Happy birthday, Bob Feller. No wonder he was known as the Heater from Van Meter.
Yeah, isn't that awesome?
Bullet Bob. That's all great names. Rapid Robert.
Absolutely, that's a good one. Happy birthday. Next up in 1921, we got Charles Bronson, the American actor. He is known for Magnificent Seven, the original, as well as the original Death Wish, as well as the Dirty Dozen.
Ah, been in a bunch of like remade classics.
Yeah, he's like the original classics from the 60s and 70s.
That is awesome. I mean, a bunch of big works in what he was in. Yeah, he was known for his granite features and brawny physique. He gained international fame for starring in roles in action, western, and war films, initially as a supporting player and later a leading man.
Yeah, absolutely. He was in the original Once Upon a Time in the West. He was in a bunch of different things.
That is really, really cool stuff. Yeah, who else was in? He was the main actor in Death Wish. Let's see, who was in that Magnificent Seven? Okay, it was
Steve McQueen was in it.
Oh.
James Corbin, Eli Wallach.
That's a big one.
Robert Vaughn.
Definitely some cool stuff there. Yeah, just a big-time actor that's in a bunch of different things. And it's so interesting to see all these originals because I know them all, a bunch of these ones as
the
remakes,
yeah.
and only know them for their remakes. And so seeing that these are all the movies that they were based on, and he's in a
Jeff Goldblum is in Death Wish from the 1974.
Is he?
Yeah, he looks like to be an extra. This might be one of his first works.
Yeah, I want to see.
That's hysterical.
Yeah, we got to see an image of him in it.
Because he's only credited as Freak number 1.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, he's young.
He is super young in it.
That's hysterical.
He looks like he's in his teens.
Yeah.
Wow, that is super funny.
What a funny dude.
Yeah, that might be one of his first roles he ever appears in.
Well, we got over $400 on this minor prize and only 3 balls to go before we're clicking past it. It's going to need to be right now.
Come on, let's see it go out. There
Yes.
it is. Big-time player Drumsky. They took home a $55 Musco just a few games ago, but now they're taking home $404.73 in this one. Good job, Drumsky, in this game number 19.
That's right. We're about to be enrolled in game number 20. Only 4 more rounds of this game day bingo with you guys. So make sure you guys get enrolled in the next 2.5 minutes.
For sure, get enrolled. But we are in the middle of talking about celebrity birthdays. Just talked about Charles Bronson, actor in Magnificent Seven, Death Wish, and Dirty Dozen. A big action actor.
Absolutely. Next up, though, on this day in 1930, we have Lois Smith, the American actress. She's known from True Blood and Desperate Housewives. And I originally didn't recognize the name of this actress, but as soon as she came up, I audibly had gasped because not only have I watched both True Blood and Desperate Housewives, but I got so emotionally attached to her character.
Really?
I sobbed in her fictional death.
Oh, no.
She is the sweetest grandma ever in True Blood, and
Really?
vampires just like absolutely
take her out.
Yeah.
That is, I mean, she's in a lot of different stuff. She's in Minority Report.
Yeah. She's been working for quite some time.
Yeah, it looks like she's been in a lot of different things. Let's see, anything else that I recognize in particular?
She was in Lady Bird, which was a pretty big movie from 2017.
Oh,
she was in Twisted. I think she was in the original Twister.
She's in The Nice Guys.
Yeah.
Green Card.
The Odd Life of Timothy Green.
Ah, that's a cute one. Yeah, and a lot of other things. Just as a working actress, that's been a lot of different things.
Yeah.
Definitely cool stuff right there.
Absolutely. And she's got a huge education. She went to the University of Washington, then pursued the Lee Strasberg Theater and Film Institute, and then went on to the University of Washington School of Drama.
Ah, cool stuff.
Yeah, she's won Tony Awards and a bunch of different things as well.
Yeah, happy birthday. Lewis Smith turns 92 on today.
She's incredible.
Happy birthday. Next up on our celebrity birthday list, born in 1936, we got Roy Emerson, an Australian tennis player who won 12 Grand Slam single titles.
That's right. He actually won a total of 28 Grand Slam titles. He won about 12 doubles Grand Slam, or 16 doubles Grand Slam, and 12 single Grand Slams and 16 doubles.
That is incredible. He was right-handed.
Retired in 1983.
He is 86 years old on today.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. Who is better, Emerson or Larver?
Blaver.
Strong dominance of Larver over Emerson. 2 years his senior, he dominated him in the amateur era and the open era over all surfaces. Emerson spent his best years in the amateur circuit, and during 5 years he could not face Larver.
All right.
So he just missed out during his prime to be able to take him on. Well, happy birthday, Roy Emerson. Great tennis player.
Next up, in 1945, we got Gerd Mueller. He is the German soccer striker. He had 62 caps. He was a FIFA World Cup winner in 1974, and he is also the Bayern Munich. He has won 453 games and 398 goals for his career.
Wow, that is a lot of goals for the amount of games he's played.
Yeah, his full name is Gerhard Mueller.
Yeah, he was a German professional footballer, a striker renowned for his clinical finishing, especially in and around the 6-yard box. He is widely regarded as one of the greatest goal scorers in the history of the sport.
His nicknames include Bomber Der Nation, Der Bomber, as well as Keins Dykes Mueller.
That is hilarious.
I want to know what they mean in German.
That is great. Yeah, really cool stuff. Happy birthday, Gerd Mueller. We do have 52 balls dropped in this one, so that means we have moved on to a $139 Musco prize, as we got players already 5 balls away. We'll see who can end up getting the win here. We got Sheephead, Double K, Anthony, Robbie, CMS. We'll see who can end up getting this one. It should be going out in the next few balls, and there it is. LBLB over at Midtown Bar and Grill is taking home that $139 Musco prize in this game number 20.
Absolutely, nicely done. And you guys have just about 2.5 minutes to get enrolled in game number 21. Just 3 more rounds of this game day bingo before we'll let you guys loose after that final round of Lucky 4 bingo. And you guys will get to finish out your night playing a little bit of Skull Bingo. But next up on our celebrity birthday list, in 1949, we have Larry Holmes. He's the American boxer. He was the heavyweight world champion. He had 20 successful title defenses.
Wow, that is impressive. 20 defenses.
He was 6'3".
Yeah, he competed from 1973 to 2002 and was the world heavyweight champion from 1978 to 1985. He grew up in Easton, Pennsylvania, which led to his boxing nickname, the Easton Assassin.
Yeah.
Holmes' left jab is often rated among the best in heavyweight boxing history.
Let's see what Tyson had to say about Larry Holmes. He has never fought the great Larry Holmes. Wow.
Yeah, I had no delusions. By all means, I didn't fight the Holmes who fought Muhammad Ali. I was very objective in the ring. Nothing personal, but I had to hit him. So I think that's when Larry Holmes said that he could beat Mike Tyson, and then Mike Tyson was saying that he couldn't beat him. Just because he wasn't the same boxer he was at that time.
No.
Then when he faced Muhammad Ali.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Larry Holmes beat Muhammad Ali.
And cried after beating him.
That is crazy.
With a TKO.
Yeah, and he lost to Michael Spinks.
Yeah.
Really, really cool stuff. Happy birthday, Larry Holmes. We do just have 50 seconds to get enrolled in this next game. That minor prize is clicked up from 52 to 54 balls or less, $120 available. That major prize, 50 balls or less, $2,533. And that mega prize, $54,090. You can take home in 50 balls or less. Hopefully, we can do it during this these last few games. Only 3 more opportunities to be able to take home these great prizes.
Absolutely, but up next in 1952 was born Jim Cummings. He is the American voice actor for Winnie the Pooh.
That is awesome. I loved Winnie the Pooh as a kid.
Absolutely. Who is your favorite character from Winnie the Pooh?
Oh, it had to be I was a huge Tigger guy.
Mine were Piglet and Eeyore.
Yeah, I was never an Eeyore guy. I liked Piglet. That was a big one for me. Yeah, I think it was. I mean, I also loved Winnie the Pooh just in general. I thought he was great. But I was definitely a
Tigger guy.
Yeah, Tigger.
All right.
Yeah, definitely some awesome stuff there. It looks like he also was a voice actor in Princess and the Frog, Christopher Robin.
Yeah, Christopher Robin is the remake of the live-action Winnie the Pooh.
That's really, really cool
It seems really sad to me.
Does it?
Yeah.
Aw. Well, that seems like something.
It's got Ewan McGregor in it.
Yeah, maybe I'll have to go check that one out. He voice acts in Curious George, the Goofy movie, the Three Musketeers, Mickey Mouse, Three Musketeers,
Springtime with Rue,
Chip and Dale, Shrek.
Yeah, Little Mermaid.
Pocahontas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like seeing this this kind of acting where they just do a bunch of different voice acting. Lion King. Lots of different things.
Pretty much every.
Yeah, I'm sick of like big time acting celebrities taking the voice acting jobs.
Yeah.
It's something that annoys me, and so I'll speak about it right now. Good job, Jim Cummings.
Yeah,
holding down
who
the
actually
fort.
have the voices that they dedicate their careers to solely voice acting.
Yeah, exactly.
Instead of having just let's just have The Rock voice this big guy.
Yeah, exactly. I don't like it. I'm like, spread out the jobs between a lot of different people because those people are good actors too. They just use their voice to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, very well trained a lot of the time. But happy birthday, Jim Cummings, as we are now going to get into this next celebrity birthday. As you guys are coming to the final balls drop to see if that $49.30 Musco prize is going out to you. But born in 1952, Roseanne Barr, American comedian and TV star for the show Roseanne.
We got Cookster at Log Cabin Bar. Emily taking home that Musco prize, $49.30 going out to them. Nicely done, Cookster, in this game number 21. We're about to be enrolled in a game number 22 now with that minor prize clicking up from 54 to 56 balls or less.
Well, hopefully you guys are getting enrolled for this next game. Should be some awesome stuff. Game number 22. Only 2 more opportunities.
Yeah, her co-star in Roseanne is actually the one who kind of stole away the talk today when we were discussing Roseanne's birthday. She's co-stars with John Goodman in Roseanne.
Really?
Yeah, and so naturally he kind of took center stage
Yeah,
when talking about him.
love John Goodman.
How can you not love John Goodman?
He's got such a lovable voice.
Yeah.
But John Goodman, awesome. Roseanne, seems like she's done some really, really good stuff as well.
Mm-hmm. She was in She-Devil with Meryl Streep. She was in the that old, oh my goodness, I loved this, the Home on the Range movie.
Oh, Third Rock from the Sun.
When we were kids. I've never seen Third Rock from the Sun.
Yeah, I've heard about it. I've never watched it myself.
Mm.
But it's got John Lithgow, Jordan Gordon, Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kristen Johnston.
Yeah. She's from My Girl. I haven't seen her since she was like a child actress. Oh, it's from 1996. Yeah, she was pretty young then.
Yeah, it's a very, very young cast in this.
Yeah.
Yeah, where even like Joseph Gordon-Levitt's super young too.
Well, he's been acting forever.
Yeah, he has. This is even prior to.
So is this kind of like a Boy Meets World? show.
I haven't seen it. I've heard about it. Third Rock from the Sun.
Oh, it's super cute.
I might have to give it a watch. I love those little family sitcoms.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it seems like a funny one. Well, happy birthday, Roseanne Barr. She makes it in that show as well as a few other great shows. Happy birthday.
Next up, though, in 1957, we have Hans Dolph Lundgren. He is the Swedish actor known for Rocky IV, Masters of the Universe, The Expendables. He's also a martial artist and a filmmaker.
Yeah, he is awesome.
Yeah, he is.
Love Dolph Lundgren. He is a great actor.
Dolph.
Well, I shouldn't say he's a great actor, but
he's
he was
really not.
great at being the
Him.
giant jacked guy.
Yes.
And he did awesome in the Rocky series, Expendables. He also appears in the Creed movies.
Yeah, he's in the Aquaman movie.
Oh, I missed one. I don't remember him being in the Aquaman movie.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Kindergarten Cop 2, he's a part of.
That's really funny because Arnold's in the first one, and so they just used him.
Yeah, he's,
Swedish Arnold.
Swedish Arnold. That's all he is.
Yeah.
He's awesome. I loved him especially being Rocky.
Yeah, in Rocky, he's just iconic.
Yeah, playing
Ivan Drago.
Ivan Drago. Yeah, so good as Ivan Drago.
Yeah.
And was jacked out of his mind.
He was huge.
He was a massive
scary.
human being. How tall is Dolph Lundgren, I wonder? He's 6'5".
Yeah.
Okay, only 6'5". I actually thought he was bigger, to be honest.
Yeah, I would have assumed like 6'6" at least.
Yeah, he just seems massive.
He does. Well, happy birthday.
Yeah, next up, born in 1985, we got Colin Kaepernick, an American NFL quarterback. He gained a lot of popularity with his protests kneeling during the national anthem, as well as playing for the 49ers and competing for NFC championships, Super Bowls, and stuff like that. Was a very talented quarterback.
And if it wasn't for all that, he's iconic for his hair.
Yeah, he's got great hair.
Yeah, I wonder how long it took him to grow that out.
Yeah, I think he also stood up for great things. He
Yes.
had great motives behind what he was doing. And too bad he wasn't able to get into the NFL again. Next up, born in 1995, we got Kendall Jenner, an American model and TV personality, a part of Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
That's right.
Yeah.
She even has her own tequila company now.
Yeah. I like Kendall Jenner more than I like most of the other family.
I just don't really like any of them.
It's just because she just loves NBA players. That's why I like her. She just she's always dating a new NBA player and ruining their careers, and it's awesome.
She's something all right.
You got was it Ben Simmons, Blake Griffin, I forget who else.
Is she not dating Blake Griffin anymore?
No, she was dating Devin Booker.
Most recently?
I think that was the most recent
I don't know.
one.
I don't follow Kendall Jenner. She's one of my least favorite Kardashians.
It's just one of the people that pop up. Yeah, I like. She's one of my favorites of the Kardashians. Just because she's the only one that actually pops up on my page for any kind of things. Because for some reason, sports channels actually talk about
like any of them.
their dating. We do have a winner.
We do have Looney at the Log Cabin Bar. Emily taking home that must-go prize, $64.40 going out to you in this game number 22. We're about to be enrolled in our final game of Game Day Bingo, game number 23. That minor prize is clicking up from 56 to 58 balls or less.
Yeah, she's also in Freaky Friday, right?
Kendall Jenner?
Not the song.
What?
The Lil Dicky
I don't think so. No.
Bound song. I'm pretty sure she is. Pretty sure she's ready.
Yeah, she is.
She's in that song as well.
Yeah, she is in that.
Another tick in my book up on the list. It doesn't take a lot for you to become my favorite Kardashian.
Again, the bar is low.
Yeah, the bar's very low. So she's my favorite.
I don't have much nice, so.
Yeah, well, who's your favorite?
None of them.
No, you have to choose one.
I don't know. I don't
Because
like
none of
any
them are actually my favorite. I don't like any of them, but she's my favorite just because she pops up the most for me.
Right? Okay. If I had to pick the one that at least the content makes me laugh at least when I see it, probably Kylie.
Kylie is hilarious.
She's funny.
I hear her. The only clips I ever see of her is her yelling at people.
See, I get those and clips of her very intoxicated, and she's really funny because she's like, "I'm gonna take a shot." And it's just really really humanizes her, you
You're
know?
like, I relate to that.
And I'm like, that's kind of funny.
Okay, that's awesome stuff. Well, we do have a little bit of Timberwolves news. Speaking of Kardashians, we got the Phoenix Suns taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves. Devin Booker being one of those players to get ensnared in the web. But didn't seem to affect them as they were able to beat our Timberwolves 116 to 107 on Tuesday night. Towns and Edwards scored 24 points apiece. Towns had 10 rebounds and 7 assists, while Edwards had made 5 3-pointers in 10 attempts. Naz Reid scored 13 points, making 5 of 6 shots, and fellow reserve Jalen Noel scored 10 for Minnesota. Not enough for us to get the win, though.
That's all right. We got another game coming up this Friday. They're going to be going up against those Bucks, and it's happening at 9 p.m.
Should be some really, really great stuff. Yeah, just last night, Anthony Edwards had a really funny quote of where someone was asking him why he had 0 dunks so far this season. And he was just like, yeah, we got a packed paint. Like, we're playing with 2 centers right now. We're like moving around, like trying to still figure out how to get him lanes to the paint kind of thing. And he was like, I just don't have enough like room to be able to do it. He's like, I'm not 6'11". I can't. I'm not built like Giannis. I can't just do it anyways. And it was just funny since we're taking on the Bucks, him mentioning that. But I mean, he does have crazy athletic ability, and he may be able to pull off some of those crazy things once he gets a little bit better in shape. I think he's playing himself a little bit into shape right now.
All right.
And once he gets there, I think he should be very dangerous. We do have balls dropping in this final game, though, of Game Day Bingo.
Absolutely. We got a bunch of you guys in line to take home these prizes. We got $322 on that minor at 48 balls or less. Not to mention, if you guys take home the prize in 50 balls or less, you're getting to take home that mega of $54,000. It's going to be a great one. So hopefully we can give out one of these awesome prizes to you guys. And even if it's just that must-go, I mean, $91.60. That's a pretty good one to take home as well.
Oh, yeah, but we do have some lunchtime bingo standings to get into while you guys are working on this game. And the location side of the standings. 10th place, we got Steve-O's in Crystal. 9th place is Halfley's Bar in Richmond. 8th place is Lakefront Bar in La Center. 7th place is Carboni's Pizza, CR Billiards in Coon Rapids. All those locations in the 100,000 point club. In the 200,000 point club, we got 6th place VFW Blaine and 5th place our place on 3rd and Faribault. That's where we skip over the 300,000 point club into the 400,000 point club. In 4th place, we got Poppers of Virginia, and 3rd place, it's Corky's Bar in South Haven. 2nd place, 500,000 point club, we got American Legion Fridley, and in the 600,000 point club, in 1st place, we got VFW Spring Lake Park.
Absolutely. And on the player side of things, in 10th, we got Red at American Legion Fridley. 9th is Caribou at Cooper's Restaurant. 8th sits Kirby at Adagio's. Then in 7th, it's T-Bone at Poppers. Tez at Poppers is in 6th, while in 5th, it's Sinbad playing at Corky's Bar South Haven. 4th place is Loser Dave over at VFW Spring Lake Park. 3rd is Nan over at Corky's Bar in South Haven. 2nd place is Scrub Eye at American Legion Fridley. And in 1st, we have Mikey Wins at Steve-O's.
Yeah, good job to all those players and locations killing it during our lunchtime bingo games. We had click past all those jackpots, and that means that must-go of $91.60 is going out to for KZ over at Municipal Liquor Store Moose Lake, taking home that great prize. Good job for KZ, taking home $91 as we are now going to get enrolled into the final game of our happy hour. A little bit of a lucky four bingo action. Should be some really fun stuff as all these jackpots that we missed out in those games are going to be rolling and growing to that 1, 2, 4 time.
Absolutely, but we got some movies that were released on this day, and the first one was in 1971, as it is Fiddler on the Roof.
Ah, this is a big-time one, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, this is an adaptation of the movie, or the Broadway musical, as that's where it was first being produced, but it's about life amongst the Jewish community in pre-revolutionary Russian village.
Wow, cool stuff. Next up in 2000, we got Charlie's Angels released.
Oh, yeah.
This one's a big one.
Love the Charlie's Angels.
Had a big star cast: Drew Barrymore, Lucy Liu, Cameron Diaz, Bill Murray,
Crispin Glover, Sam Rockwell, Matt LeBlanc. It is star-studded. It's even got what's his name?
You got Luke Wilson.
Luke Wilson's in it. That's right.
Tim Curry.
I'm not gonna be able to think of the guy's name. It's got Demi Moore in it. It's a great one. I love the first and the second one. I love these Charlie's Angels.
This is one of you and your mom's favorite movies.
I don't
to
even
watch
know
together.
if I would call it my mom's. Like, I just religiously watched this growing up.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so funny. I think I've watched it one time, and I don't even know if I've seen the second.
Oh, Full Throttle is probably the one I've actually seen more.
That's so funny. Well, next up, released on today in 2006, Flushed Away. Now, this is a classic for me. I absolutely loved it. Had great soundtrack to it with singing slugs.
Oh, yeah.
And you got Hugh Jackman voicing Robbie. I didn't even realize he voiced Robbie. Kate Winslet playing Rita. The Toad is played by Ian McKellen. Andy Serkis plays Spike. You got a bunch of other big-time fun actors and actresses in it. And just a bunch of people that just did a great job voice acting in that.
Absolutely. It's iconic. It's a watch to this day. Bill Nighy plays Whitey. It's a great one. Definitely really, really fun. If you guys are looking for a classic kind of animated movie to watch with your kids, definitely check out Flushed Away.
Oh, yeah. Next up, also today in 2006, The Santa Claus 3. This was probably my most watch of this Santa Claus trilogy.
I completely agree, because this is the one with Jack Frost, played by Martin Short. It's definitely a great one.
It was an interesting take on Jack Frost, being that he was evil.
I liked him.
Yeah, and then he has a little change of heart at the end. And
see, because of this, I grew up thinking Jack Frost was evil.
Did you really think Jack Frost was? See, I completely separated, because I knew the snowman Jack Frost from the original claymated Rudolph movie, and so I was like, oh, that's Jack Frost. And then I put this guy, I was like, this isn't really Jack Frost. It's kind of a fake Jack Frost that they did for this movie.
Well, that's pretty funny. But we have one more movie that was released on this day, and in 2017, it's Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite.
Arguably the best Thor.
Yeah, I agree. But we are working on a must-go prize of $11 in this one. You guys are about to get in Skull Bingo, and we got a player spotlight to highlight Mike over at VFW Wells, who took home $28,000 this weekend. And over at VFW Wells, they were supporting the VFW Post 1778 Wells. Before we talk about what they supported there, we do have a winner.
That's right. Big Dog as well as F. Erks are splitting up that prize. Nicely done. Both you guys winning on that Lucky 4 Bingo must-go. You guys are about to be enrolled into some Skull Bingo, but all the players at VFW Wells support the VFW Post 1778 Wells, and their mission is to foster camaraderie amongst United States veterans of overseas conflicts, to serve our veterans, the military, and our communities, as well as to advocate on behalf of all veterans.
Definitely some awesome stuff there. Enjoy a little bit of Skull Bingo, and remember, when you play Pilot games, your community wins.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson.
Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching, cocktails, t-shirts.
Drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
Come on, let's get stinking rich. Smell you later. Smells like money. Five free plays awarded. That smells wild. It doesn't get any better than that. Smells like a big one. Five times multiplier. It's raining cash. You gotta play to win.